So the question tonight is, have you been patched? So most of you may have heard about the patch, and you can see that I'm wearing this little round quarter-size patch on my neck, and this is what we are here to talk about tonight. If you have not been patched, be sure to get back with the person that invited you to this call so that you can experience the power of the X39 patch. I'd like to introduce you to David Schmidt. He is the CEO of LifeWave and also the inventor of the X39 patch. I would like to say, um, when I started learning about LifeWave, I had to take a real look at the inventor, right? He is definitely, from what I found and my observation of him, is that he is a man of integrity. He is a man of humility. I've had the honor of being in the same room with him, and his presence and his energy fills up a room. And he makes no apologies, none, for being a man of God. And I just love that about him. So he has over 200 patents. Like I said, he's an inventor, he's a scientist. He specializes in age reversing. And in 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. Now, he's done a lot prior to that. He even created um, patch for the Navy SEALs before he invented the X39 patch. But you can Google him and find out a whole lot about the incredible inventions and just, even about his character. So the X39 patent took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. And so for me, what that communicates is that this was definitely a labor of love and commitment to bringing a quality product to market. So what you're looking at now is a snapshot of the patent. You can see the date of the patent there is July 2020. So we're just over 5 years. The patent number is available there. You can take a screenshot if you'd like, and you can read about it until your heart's content. Essentially, what the patent states, though, is that as a result of wearing the patch as a form of phototherapy, there is an elevation of copper peptides in the body. So the beneficial effects include, and you can see here, the print may be a little bit small there. I'm reading in the top left box, but it's the activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain. Who could use a little management of pain? Okay. Improvement of stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. And I have a friend that I know personally who actually used the patch to help with an incision from a surgery. So all of these things to be included in a patent, they have to actually be proven that they actually work. And I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody with one patent. And David Schmidt has 200 and more to come. All right, so we'll have Nino share.
You can hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So why the X39 patches? Well, basically something that I didn't know at all. As somebody who didn't know much about stem cells, as you get older, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age, and the slower you heal. So over time, your body's stem cells start growing dormant, um, start depleting. So hundreds of millions of people are are experiencing symptoms of aging. So by age 30, the stem cells in your body, about half of them grow dormant. About half of them start depleting. By age 60, you lose almost all, if not all, of the stem cell activity in your body. So over time, as time goes, every single one of your stem cells just slowly starts to diminish. Um, yeah. But how it works is, so basically these stem cells, these little patches, they look like little, little band-aids, little stickers. Basically, the way that it works is there's a patented nanocrystal technology right in the center, made up of, I believe it's some sugars and proteins based off of plants. It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. I believe the correct word is photobiomodulation. And basically, what that does is it reflects the light in your body. It's almost like a prism, to activate all of the stem cells in your body. It's not just some, not just a percentage, every single one of them. It's non-transdermal patch, so there's no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants. Nothing's being injected into your body. Nothing's being absorbed into your body. It's a non-invasive product. So and as it says at the bottom, we are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, any medical condition, any diagnosis at all whatsoever. We can, however, say that it improves, it reduces a lot of different things, in the body, which we're going to touch on in a little bit. So some of the benefits of the patch, some of the benefits of X39. A lot of people, everybody's bodies work a lot differently. So everybody's stem cells work a lot differently in the body. So a lot of testimonials have reported things like increased strength, increased bodily strength and stamina, mental clarity. A lot of people who have, like me, for example, I have inattentive ADD. So a lot of, concentration issues, things like that. Mental clarity helps out immensely with reduced inflammation in the body, reduced pain, soreness, achiness, things like that. Restored muscle or skeletal conditions. There's plenty of testimonials about that online. A lot of people reporting back things like their muscles or the conditions in their body with their skeletal, immune system, digestive system, things like that have either restored, improved. Like I said, increased stamina, improvement of sleep. I, for one, have, insomnia. So I've been a night owl for as long as I can remember, but these patches have helped me with deeper, longer sleep, not waking up in the middle of the night, just sleep, quiet sleep, calm sleep, energy during the day, vitality during the day, improved skin appearance. A lot of people have reported back things like their skin has been improving a lot. Um, the goal of this company, the main mission is to achieve full optimal health, full bodily health, so a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And like I said earlier, we cannot say that, it's they're not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent anything, any disease, any sickness, any medical condition you might have. We can, however, say that there are plenty of testimonials that will talk about, negative aspects of the body being reduced, improvements in the body, a lot of things just being restored and increased. And online, which we'll talk about in a little bit, a lot of testimonials on that. So, for example, I know, due to skepticism, a lot of people will ask for things like, studies, case studies. Well, can you prove it? Essentially, and can you prove that this works? So, this is a topography map of a 77-year-old woman who had a ton of inflammation in her brain and her body. You can actually notice on the first session all of that redness right in her brain. It's all inflammation. She started using the X39 for about 6 weeks. Put the X39 right on the back of the neck, which we'll also talk about in a little bit. During the first session, like I said, you could see before she had the patch, there was a ton of brain inflammation. Her coherence in her brain was just at a very, very all-time low. As she started using the patch more consistently for the first 3 weeks during the second session, you could see that there's no more inflammation. All of that redness that was all centered around the brain, gone. Maybe with I'll bet about it like a little tiny bit, but her brain coherence is completely improved. By 6 weeks, it was a complete turnaround, 100%. Her brain coherence was much better, much more improved. There was a complete turnaround, not a single bit of inflammation left, according to these. So it could be noted that when she did come in, her brain was hyperactive. Her brain calmed down very dramatically at the second visit after wearing the X39 patch for about 3 weeks. And after the 6 weeks, her brain remained calm after wearing the patch. So she's been wearing it since then. This is just one of many hundreds of examples of inflammation, of, improved bodily everything, really. It's an amazing what this product can do. So, some of the long-term results. We talked about 6 weeks, but let's talk about months. First few days, about 4,000 of the genes in your body start to reset. Within about 6 weeks, your brain starts to become a lot more balanced, a lot more coherent. Within 3 months, the collagen in your body starts to increase. It's 3 months. Within 6 months' time, this is absolutely crazy part. Your heart starts to reverse in age, and there have been some people who have gone to the doctor to check on their age, their heart's age, and they've had reports that have come back younger. Doctors have no idea why, no idea the reason. This is the only way that it could be possible. 6 months, the heart starts reversing in age, and something that's really amazing that David talks about, like Rochelle pointed out a little bit ago. He studies age reversal, so it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing, according to David Schmidt. It's amazing what this company, what this product can do. Absolutely. So how do you wear it? You wear it for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. That's the main goal. You could wear it anywhere you'd like. The case studies have shown the most effective places, right in the back of your neck, right underneath the belly button. You could put it anywhere you like. It doesn't matter where. If you have inflammation, let's say in your knee, slap a patch on right there. If you have something on your arm, put a patch on right there. Many people put patches wherever they feel pain, wherever they feel achiness, any type of inflammation, wherever they might feel that they need to patch, you can patch. There's no right or wrong with this. After about 12 hours of wearing it, you throw the patch completely away, put a new patch on after those 12 hours of it being off, just to let your body repair and rejuvenate itself. Put a new patch on and repeat consistently. You can, in fact, wear more than one if you'd like. You can wear one on the back of your neck. You can wear one on your wrist. You can put it wherever you like. Wherever you feel inflammation, wherever you feel you need it. Again, there's no right or wrong. Put as many as you want. We don't care. Drink plenty of water. Be very consistent with that. Your body, drinking plenty of water, plenty of electrolytes, not necessarily anything like Gatorade or anything with high sugars, but just things like, electrolyte drinks that will keep your body going. So.
All
Of
right. All right. Thank you, Nino. Appreciate
course.
that. Um, yeah, so this is my favorite part. Nino, is this your favorite part? I love this because
Absolutely. Love
yes,
hearing this.
100, 100. So X39 is innovative and sophisticated, but it really is simple to explain. So the one thing I know from my own personal experience is that it absolutely works. The stories that I hear on a daily basis still blow my mind, even though I've been patching for 11 months now. I mean, it's amazing. It's miraculous. Some of the things that I hear from real people and some people that I personally know. So tonight we're going to hear a testimonial from Lisa Garcia, and then I'll share briefly my testimonial. And Lisa, let's see, I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay.
You should be able to unmute. There you are.
Hi.
Hi there.
Well, I
Take it
wanted to
away.
share a story about me, my testimony with X39. I was introduced to X39 in 2023, and I have been dealing with over 10 years of chronic neck pain, back pain, pinched nerves, bulging discs, migraines, and so on. But it all had to entail with the spine. And I also deal with scoliosis. And I was going to orthopedics and chiropractors, physical therapy, massage therapy, all. And basically in the daily level, I had a pain level of either 4 to 7 daily. There was no, the good days were maybe at 3 or 4. That was a great day, but still in pain. I had problems with my hand gripping and lifting things and being able to just not be in pain. I was always in pain. And so, and uncomfortable. So I've been researching like light therapy, red light therapy, all these natural holistic approach. And I've been praying to God for something natural that can help me because I didn't want to go into surgery, you know, and that's a 50-50 chance that it would work, right? That I would get relief. And so Jen had introduced the product to me, and I'm a single mom with a son that he deals with autism. He's high functioning. He's in school right now in college. But financially, when I saw it, I'm like, I already invested so much on so many doctors and so much. I don't know if I, with my budget and everything. But then in 2024, in January, I fell, right? Fell on my knee and I was beat up and I was hurt. I called Jen and I said, I wanna order and I want to get this patch as soon as possible to see if it works because my normal pain was getting worse and I couldn't even turn my neck. I just wanted to give this a chance. And I felt like that Tuesday or Thursday, and I got the package FedEx by Saturday, right? And I put it on. I received it around 1 p.m. and wore it until I went to bed around 10. And I was still like, feeling the achiness. But when I woke up the next morning, I was talking to Jen in the morning and I'm like moving around and going around the house and everything's fine. I don't feel any different except I'm moving my neck with no pain, right? So that was my first effect which was amazing. And when I started taking it, there was days that I felt great. So I would stop taking it and then the symptoms would come back. So I needed to learn to become consistent, right, with the product. And it has improved my sleep. I can honestly say, oh my goodness, that's the part I don't want to cry because I'm just happy with joy. But to honestly say 0 pain for the first time since I can remember in over a decade, no pain, to get up with no pain, to be through the day with no pain, 0 pain. This is something that I can't even, describe how wonderful this product. They got a customer for life. I can't say anymore. And what I did was I had to budget. Some people don't want to spend the money, but this is like $3 a day to have pain-free, to have a life where I'm getting stronger. I'm able to lift 40 bottles of water from Costco, which I couldn't even lift a mug at one time. I couldn't even open a door now because I didn't have any strength. And now I am getting stronger. I sleep wonderfully. And I just wanted to share that because this is the best product. I'm just thankful for the Lord to have given me this because this was an answered prayer. I have it in my journals. Like, Lord, please find something for me that, can alleviate this in a holistic way where I'm not taking painkillers, because I was taking Advil every day like it was a multivitamin. So this is my story, and nice to meet you all. Bye.
Wow, Lisa, thank you so much. I'm teary-eyed. I can relate so much to this being an answered prayer. And your story really resonates with me. So I really appreciate you sharing with us tonight. I'll just share briefly that this journey for me started with the patches in November of last year. And a little bit of background, I actually had suffered from seizures. They started in 2010. And the neurologist determined at that time that my seizures were triggered by sleep deprivation and stress. And I remember the neurologist prescribing medication to me that I'm not big on medication, but I thought, okay, this is serious. I'm having seizures. I might need to do this. And so I did it the first time, but I had an allergic reaction and to the medication. I took myself off of the medication because it happened really quickly. So there was not a lot of it in my system to cause an adverse reaction to me coming off of it because, that happens too. And so I talked to the neurologist at that time and I said, well, if the seizures are caused by stress and sleep deprivation, why don't I figure out how to reduce the stress in my life and get some sleep, you know? And so she was not happy with me, but I decided, okay, I need to make some changes in my life because I was pushing hard. I was doing a lot of things, how we are ministry, working, new mom. It was a lot going on and a lot to juggle. And so from there, I decided that, I started juicing, which was awesome. It was great. So I changed my diet, started exercising and doing the things. But 2 years afterwards, I had another seizure, and it was the same thing, and the doctors tried to put me on medication, but I refused. And so that's kind of been my, how it's happened. So this last seizure in November of last year, I was traveling outside of the country and I was in Panama, and we were out and about, and I had gotten back to the hotel because someone noticed that I wasn't responding. My answers to her questions didn't make sense to what she was asking me. So my brain was doing something I had no idea it was doing. And so they were able to get me back to the hotel. And as soon as we hit the elevator, apparently I started seizing. And my seizures are grand mal, so I'm unconscious. I have no idea what's happening to me during the seizure. And someone tried to help me, and when you're convulsing, you have strength that could move a mountain, right? And you're not supposed to really try to wrestle with a person when they're, having a seizure. And so they were trying to help me not hit my head or fall. It was great intention, but what ended up happening is they broke my shoulder, and it was a three-part break in my shoulder. And so when I came out of it, I was in the hotel room. They had got me in the room, but then I must have, passed out again because I ended up waking up in the emergency room. And everybody around me, my family was there and they're speaking Spanish, and I'm so confused trying to figure out what happened, like what is going on here. And so they ended up giving me, I wish I could show you guys, this big bag of medication. Some of it was not even in English. And my mother-in-law was there. She's a nurse, and she was, definitely helping to navigate the whole situation. But I was scared. I was terrified. My son was there. He had never seen me have a seizure before. He was concerned about me. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember that like yesterday. But it was hard. It was really, really hard. And so the medication, reluctantly, I took it because the pain in my shoulder was excruciating from the break. And the doctors wanted me to get back to the United States without having another seizure for risk of breaking another bone. And the reason for that was because when I was younger, I was diagnosed with an illness that women, struggle with during their cycle. It is very painful, and they were treating me with a very strong medication to help with the pain. Well, that medication years later caused me to have an early onset of this is just what happened to me, of osteoporosis, right? So my bone density was decreased. And so the concern with the fragility of my bones and all of that, so all of that, came into play with this. And so when I got back to the US, I felt defeated. I was having another allergic reaction to the medication. My face was swollen up, my eyes, my body was like fire. It was red. Um, it was terrible. It felt like leather. And I do have pictures of that. I won't be showing them tonight. You can thank me for that. You don't want to see it. So, after the allergic reaction, I go to the doctor, and I was like, I can't take these drugs. And so she prescribes me, guess what? Another medication to help with the allergic reaction, right? And so I had to take that, which was another really strong, it was a steroid. I had to take that so that I can get my body right. And so with that, my skin started peeling. You know how a snake was sheds its skin? That's what I look like. Ugh, yeah, just a crazy situation. So anyway, Marty had been posting, my friend Marty, she had been posting about her mom and about these patches and this little sticker, that I showed you guys earlier here on my neck. And she had been praying for her mom to salsa dance again, and she posted her mom's salsa dance. And I have been kind of watching, not really like a lot, because sometimes stuff doesn't come up on your feed. So every now and then I would see a post about the patch. And so when I saw that she had posted the video about her mom salsa dancing, when I was scrolling through her Facebook page, I was blown away when I saw that video. And so I reached out to Marty, and we had a conversation. I think Nino was in that, her husband Nino was in that conversation too. And it just, I think I made a decision after doing my own deep dive, learning about David Schmidt and how these patches came to be. I knew that this was something that I wanted to give a try. And at that point, I didn't care how much it cost. I was like, I need this in my life. Okay, let's make this happen. But in the beginning, I will be honest, I was not interested at all in, becoming a brand partner or promoting this in any way, because I've been a part of different, businesses like this, and I just did not want to do it. And so I started patching. I put the patch on, and it was like wool fell from my eyes. Like I could see clearly. I was seeing the world in high definition, I guess is how I can describe it, or just coming out of the darkness, right? It was so amazing. I remember texting Marty about it. We texted our talks, and I was just shook. That's what the young people say. I was shook, you know? And I was like, this cannot be real. Like, this has got to be in my mind. And so some other things were happening. I definitely had this energy sustaining, not this bunny rabbit energizer bunny energy, but I could do things, right? I was raking leaves with one arm, with a broken shoulder. I'm asking my husband, what, let's do this and let's do that. And I was sleeping I was sleeping like a baby. Like it was the best. It was the deepest sleep. I was dreaming again, very vivid dreams. And then I could remember because I had had some situations along the way where my memory, I couldn't see and read a quote on a screen. My brain just checked out. Like those types of things were happening to me. And so to be on this patch and to have my life back, to even present like this, I wouldn't do it because I would be afraid that I would either one, have a seizure, or I wouldn't be able to do it, like read or share with you guys. And so my life has completely changed. And the brain coherence that Nino talked about in the 77-year-old woman's topography, that brain study, that's me. I mean, I'm so grateful. I know that there's reduced inflammation. I can think clearly. I have mental clarity. I can do more than one thing without my brain being overstimulated. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And so it wasn't long after I called Marty and said, "Hey, I think I want to, do this to help other people. And so I signed up as a brand partner, and I'm so glad I did because it's been incredible just to share this gift and to give people hope to help them with their physical health, but also financially. So with that being said, that's my story. Thank you all for listening. And this is going to shift us into the next portion of the presentation where we actually do talk about the opportunity. So I'm going to share my screen again. Give me just a second. And we will go through this very quickly. All right, thumbs up. You can see the. All right, awesome. Okay, so here, this is our website where you can learn all the information you want about the X39 patch. This is at info.com. You can see the patent there. You can see videos, how it works, and testimonials until your heart's content. So a lot of things that you can get there. So if you want to take a screenshot of that or jot that down, feel free. Okay, so LifeWave is a 20-year-old company. It's not new, but I had no idea about LifeWave. I had never even heard of it. And so it's been around. It's not, a startup. So it's open in over 75, I think 80 plus countries now. So it is a global company, and it's not a Me Too product. The X39, there is nothing like it on the market. And we know there are so many weight loss products, skincare supplements. I mean, they're everywhere. But this patch and the patent, remember, we're only 5 years in on the patch. So we have 15 more years left on the patch, on the patent. And so you can see here in 2021, 20 LifeWave was earning $20 million. Okay. So remember 2020 is when the patent on the X39 was approved. And so over the years, 2022, 320 million, 2023, 430 million. Just last year, LifeWave earned over $600 million. And so that is a really, really, that's a big deal and a lot of growth in a short period of time. And the growth is due primarily because of the X39 patch. All right, so here you can see LifeWave was awarded the #1 growth company, obviously, based on the last slide that I showed you. DSN is a direct sales network. Because of the growth and because of what's happening at LifeWave, it's getting everybody's attention, especially people in the industry. And so they won this award, earned this award in 2024, and was also presented the same award in 2025. And so here you can see David Schmidt with some of our top leaders, Steve and Gina Merritt, and the president of our country, of our company, our company, and some other of our executives here on the right. All right. So the compensation plan includes a few ways to earn commission and bonuses. So here you're looking at an example of a binary model. So getting started is as easy as knowing four people. Really easy. So you're building two teams, one on the left and one on the right. And your first promotion or rank would be manager, right? So after enrolling two people on your left, as you see here, and two people on the right, you are promoted or you earn the rank of manager. And then you would help those people that you enroll to do the same thing. I mean, I love it. It's a teamwork. It's like it's not one person doing all the things, right? You're working together and you're helping other people be successful. So, with the team commission, you can earn up to $25,000 each week, each week on the binary, not per month. That's a lot of potential there. Okay. Who would like to earn 25,000? Who would like to earn $1,000 per week extra coming into the household? Exactly, right? With this economy and the cost of groceries and gas, listen, I'll take it. So binary commissions are a powerful way to build residual income. And I have to say this here that LifeWave does not guarantee income. Success, like, any other business, depends on your skills and your personal efforts. So what you put in is what you get out, right? It's not going to miraculously grow by itself. Okay, matching bonuses are another way to earn residual income. And this is where it gets really, really good. So you earn a matching bonus based on the binary commission earned by the people that you enroll, by the people they enroll, and then the people they enroll. So you can see there are three levels here. It's really easy. An example would be if I enroll Nino and Nino earns $1,000 in the binary, what I just showed I would receive a 25% matching bonus of $250. And that would not be money taken from what he's earned. This is an addition, right? So LifeWave would literally be paying $1,250 between the two of us, right? That's incredible. And it goes level after level, and the earning potential is really unlimited. And so you can see here, though, there's a qualification of being a manager, and that's why it's so important to reach that first rank of manager because it opens you up to the matching bonus and unlimited income. All right. So here we have our packages. This is how you can enroll as a brand partner. I like to start with the premium packet because that is the most popular packet. And in it, you're getting, it is how many? 20 sleeves of patches. This is where you're getting the most bang for your buck, right? So, and this pack is for serious entrepreneurs, and we won't get into all of it, and definitely worth, when you're ready, having a conversation with the person that invited you to the call. But this is where you maximize your dollars, okay? The other thing I want to point out here, we were talking about commissions earlier. Another way, a third way of earning income is by introducing these packets and having someone purchase. You also get a bonus for that. We call that a product introduction bonus, and you can see that listed here. And for the premium pack, you earn $405 on that initial investment. And I mean, that's huge. I just feel like LifeWave just loves giving away money, and they definitely value their brand partners. And so with all of these packs, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. And again, with the premium, you can accelerate and maximize your opportunities. When it opens you up, it helps you to move faster and build a lot faster. And you can actually delay your monthly subscription by a few months. And so in the middle, you'll see the advance, which is $535, excuse me. And you would earn a $75 PIB, that product introduction bonus, the person who is enrolling the person. And then you would get 6 sleeves of the X39, right? And then this would be for someone, if you're as a couple, a sleeve for yourself and a sleeve for your spouse, and still some to share with other people and family members. And with the, with the premium, what we like to do with that, with those extra sleeves is as we enroll people, we can loan them sleeves. And then when they get their order in, we can get those sleeves back from them. And then you can also, if you want to, allow people to try the patches. But patches are like gold. So you got to be wise in who you share your patches with. The core is, is for someone who just really is looking to try the patches. Again, if you're a couple, you're getting 3 sleeves of X39, and you're just experiencing the benefits of the X. I would like to say the power of the X39 patch. And so we always recommend the monthly X39 subscription. You can do 1 sleeve or 2 sleeves. If you do the 2 sleeves, you're um you're maximizing the comp plan, and it's enough for people. You're keeping your points, and it keeps you active. It keeps the product coming, whether you're on 1 sleeve or 2. But we definitely recommend the 2 sleeve subscription. All right. So, what's most important in your life? I would like for you to take some time to really look at the images in this slide. Is it spending time with your family? You know, being present at your kids, games, football, soccer? Is it, just time freedom, being able to do what you want when you want? Because when we're working, a 9 to 5, or even if we're in an executive role, a lot of times we're working way more than 40 hours per week. Is it security? Is it travel? Do you love to travel? You don't have the time or the money. Is it better health? Or would you like to pay off your debt or have less debt? Like buy a new home. There are so many things. And so LifeWave and these patches is a way to help you to get to some of the dreams and the things that you desire in your life. And again, there are definitely no promises with income. Like I said, that primarily depends on you and how hard you go at it, and what you want to achieve, and that looks different for everybody. And so I know for a lot of people, even if it's just $100 a week, that could make a big difference for someone. That could cover the groceries in their household. And so but hey, there's no limit to what you can do with this. It's completely up to you.